Aloha, angel faces. We are coming to you live from Hawaii, North Shore.
Woohoo! Yeah!
I was going to expect some hula tunes from you.
No, I'm off key.
Just say hi, my love.
Hi, Mama.
Hi, baby. You guys, welcome back to the Give Them Lala podcast. This was really, really hard to do because I wake up and I look outside and just the vibe makes me want to put a swimsuit on, shut out the world, and do nothing all the live long day.
I apologize for making you do this.
No, I love doing the podcast. There's just something about the environment in Hawaii. Like yesterday or over the weekend.
No, you don't want to work, ever.
No, I don't. I want to open up a food truck and decide the days that I want to be open. They've got it figured out.
And I don't
here.
even want to do a food truck. I just want to move here.
Okay.
Do you?
Yeah.
Sorry, you guys, this pod is maybe a little bit chaotic because we're obviously,
Climbing
when you
children.
watch the YouTube video that drops Friday, you'll see that we're in our amazing home with the most fantastic view. Ocean has found seashells that she wants to run under the water. So you may have a little voice popping in. You may hear babies crying. But you know what? It's all good. I want you to mentally just be on the beach right now. I have Easton, obviously.
Hello, everybody.
I have my mother. Did you have a list of things you want to talk about?
I do have a list, but I got to get my phone. I forgot my phone.
Oh, my
but
gosh.
I'll remember.
She's a rookie.
Yeah.
So since we last spoke to you guys, it was Thanksgiving. And I hope everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving that was just full of thanks and love and full bellies.
And giving.
And giving.
Child's outside. Oh,
Giving.
gosh.
I know that sometimes the holidays roll around, and we've spoken about this before, TT, where it's like once you are in this zone of like you're now the parent. So you are the one that's having to figure out the Thanksgiving menu, or you're the one who's trying to figure out like what gifts are from Gigi, what gifts are from me. We all want to stake claim. I don't really want to give credit to Santa Claus. I spoke about that last year. I'm like, I'm buying great gifts from Santa, but mom wants the credit. So I know that the holidays, they take a shift as you get older and your families grow. But I think overall we had a great Thanksgiving.
I do too.
Absolutely. It was the best.
It
was the best.
What was your favorite part about it?
It was like low keel. It was not pressure.
See, that's what I've loved about our Thanksgivings and holidays is I feel like everybody puts such a, we need to make it the experience and what is it, a ritual. We have to make it a ritual, so it has to be great. Every year it has to be, and it's like...
Is a ritual something that like witches do?
No.
I think it's tradition.
Or tradition, whatever.
Ritual?
Oh, it is? Okay,
A
sorry.
tradition,
Keep going.
ritual,
Keep going.
whatever it may be. But I feel like so many people are like, but I need it great for my kids so they remember, and then they give it to their kids, and it's like, you're reaching too far. Just no plans are the best plans.
Can I tell you why it feels different for me?
Do tell.
Because the holidays just hit differently when I don't wake up and get a buzz on.
I got a buzz on with that.
But we had our non-alcoholic Starla.
It just doesn't hit the
whatever it
same
was.
as like
No,
a
it
Grey
hit the
Goose
same
and
for me.
soda.
Rosé.
So we popped bottles on Thanksgiving. We popped Starla Sparkling Rosé. And there was just something living in Utah, and it was like cold outside, and my dad would already be awake, and you had like these special hand-painted glasses that were short. What are they called? What is the...
Flutes.
No, the glasses that are short. What do you call them? I just call them short glasses, short cocktail glasses. And it was just like...
With the stems, right?
No,
No.
that's a...
Oh, because that was my
champagne.
favorite, because then you'd pick your little trinket and put it around the stems.
You're
so you
talking about a
remember.
wine glass. Yeah.
Yeah.
we're
Or like a
talking about-
flute,
flute,
yes.
yeah.
But there was something about having dad make me that first drink in the morning before cooking. Getting a buzz before you start cooking just screams, it's the holiday, let's effing go, bitch.
No, that's
Right?
the one thing that I got Landon just sitting there, just looking at his Traeger, looking at his turkey cook with a
that
beer in
turkey.
hand, and
Yeah.
I was like, damn. I
Landon
did miss
cooked
that.
the turkey for us.
And it was fantastic.
What were you in charge of, Mom?
Sweet potatoes.
Oh,
They were fantastic this year.
Thank you.
Lisa,
I tripled the topping this year.
A good choice. The
Yeah.
topping's my favorite.
For the people who have written in to say, like, please send me the recipe for the sweet potatoes your mom makes that you guys rave about. And I wish that I could, but you don't even follow a recipe, do you? You just kind of, like, go for it.
No, I have a recipe we can post.
Really?
Yeah.
I would really appreciate that because
Yeah.
people ask all the time. I was in charge of the green beans and carrots, and they
you
were my
did.
pride and joy.
Yeah, you did a phenomenal job on that. You really did.
You really did. They were fantastic.
I added butter and olive oil
It's
and
just
salt.
so great. They're all whipping and stuff, and you literally cut a carrot down the side, put it on a tray, olive oil, and slid it in the oven. Fantastic.
You're a dick. You're such a dick.
I didn't do anything.
We know, shocker, standard for Easton. Sit around and look pretty all day.
I sit around. The pretty thing is hard, but
So I decided, because I dressed Sosa up in this little turkey outfit. It was like a knitted, handmade turkey hat, and the bottoms had like the little ruffle of the turkey in the back. And Janet gave it to me, and she said, I got this for Cam last year, but he was still baking in the oven like a turkey, and he couldn't wear it.
all I do know is there's some mayhem going on behind me, but I'm going to video what Ocean is doing and
I
post
just
it
hope
up
she
part of
doesn't
this.
drop the sea glass in the garbage disposal.
Don't worry about it.
But go on.
Look at Lisa. She's
I want the sea glass.
so I post this carousel. We'll get you your sea glass. I post this carousel of photos, and I'm so proud of it. And I go in to retouch Ocean's teeth of her holding Sosa in her turkey outfit, and I just couldn't make it look like it wasn't super edited. All right, so I'm like, whatever, and I post it. Almost immediately, and by the way, when did that accident happen with Ocean? I spoke about it on the podcast.
Oh, months ago.
It had to have been, it was before school started in July, so it probably happened in June, where Ocean fell face first on her bike, not in my care, but at the other house, and I got a text that just said, like, hey, by the way, where was it?
At my dad's house.
That's right. And
And it was bleeding
yeah.
so much. And it turned gray.
Yeah, but they're beautiful.
But they were white yesterday.
Yeah, they were. And what color?
white
What
yesterday.
color are Gigi's teeth?
Yellow.
I get the biggest kick out of that. Yellow. What color are Mama's?
White.
Ah.
You get an
ask.
A today.
What color are TT's?
White.
Yeah, you better think long and hard on your answer. Kiddo.
Ocean gets an A from us. So I get a text from my ex that just says her lip is busted, so just beware when you pick her up. When I pick her up, her lip is very busted. But then I look at her two front teeth and I notice that the gums are bloody. And so I'm keeping an eye on them, and the moment they start turning a color, which they're gorgeous, Ocean,
Thank you, Mama.
actually, Lisa calls, and we tell the dentist what happened, and they said, are they turning a color? You need to come in immediately. And I'm like, oh, great. It's been like a couple weeks. They said, luckily, there's damage to the root, but it's not dead. So keep an eye on it. If she complains about them every single day, because they said often. I said, what's often? And they said, like every single day, she says that they're hurting. Because then we're going to have to figure out what to do with them. So in my mind, I'm like, I'm editing these teeth. Number one, I'm vain. I am a teeth person. I wanted just to have cute little white teeth.
Well, she had such cute white teeth.
And they're still the cutest
they are
thing
the
ever.
cutest. They're cute. Very
Yes.
cute.
People were commenting. Obviously, I edit them for that reason, but also I was editing them because of the comment section.
The comment section, winner. There's no win in either way you would have gone. You cannot win.
No. So I post the carousel, and immediately with that photo up, people start talking about my child's teeth. And I don't want to say you all, but some of you squares are like, it's a bottle rot, which someone described as too much sugar. That's absolutely untrue. Bottle rot is when you give a child with teeth a bottle before bed and the milk sits there and rots the teeth. My child hasn't had a bottle in years. The other thing was she eats too much sugar. or they're not brushing her teeth, or it's a fluoride issue. So the comment section is full of people like talking about my child's teeth, and immediately I'm like, I'm posting about this.
But did they show you their dental license?
None of them were dentists, by the way. They're all just people sitting on Instagram bored on Thanksgiving.
I know, trolling.
So I then go on and repost it with Ocean, and I talk about the accident, and I admit to editing them in some photos, and I say, go ahead and judge me. And you certainly did. You certainly did. I just
At what point can you win? And it's like, okay.
Well, I just wanted to avoid the whole thing. So that's why I would edit them. And now people are saying that I send the wrong message by editing her teeth. Okay, I don't know which is the wronger message. Me doing that and moving on with my day, and my child looking back when she's older and asking, why did you not edit my teeth? Because that's what will happen. Just like I wish my mom would have pinned my ears back in photos when I was a child, because I would have had much cuter photos to submit. But it's okay. They didn't have that technology back then. I could not believe that it was such an uproar.
I would look at you and say, thank you for whitening my teeth.
Well, that's what I thought
Instead
too.
of just being bottle rod. You're going to get name called at school for that.
Well, by the way, when she started school, I walked in and I was like, hi, I'm Lala. I'm Ocean's mom. She has two beautiful front teeth. She fell because I was like so insecure that they were going to think that it was me. And I wasn't even there during the accident.
Did the comment section make you think it was you? Is that why?
No, I didn't think it was me at all. But yeah, when they're saying that like she's not getting enough fluoride, she has a fantastic diet and we brush thoroughly. So that also happened on Thanksgiving and I was like spiraling about it. Do you remember, Mom?
Yeah, we talked about it until you just released it.
I just don't know why people
today.
have to be negative. Don't
because
understand
you
it.
said it. Misery loves company.
Yep.
Actually, there were a few comments that were like, that's not what happened. There's trauma to the two front teeth. My son did this. It was always a son. And so a few of the messages that I got in my DMs that got through, I responded to because they were like, don't listen to anybody. I totally get it. And I said, you know, this seems very common in like daredevil children. And Ocean is a daredevil.
She's the biggest daredevil. She gives me a heart attack every single day.
No, it's terrifying. And there's usually a moment every day that she goes for her mouth again. And I'm like, these teeth are going to be black by the time she's by next year.
She has no fear. Zero fear.
And even if she falls or gets hit, we were at the playground. Yeah. She was doing the monkey bars. Falls because she did it with nobody near her because it's who she is. Falls straight on her back. Cries for maybe 2 minutes. Back to the monkey bars.
Yep.
Didn't even flip. But I love that.
My anxiety level is very high every single day to the point where I'm like, do I need a beta blocker just to deal with this child? Because it's terrifying. But you're so sweet and cute. Yep. All right. We've all been there, spending more than we should during the holidays. Sometimes it's hard to not throw the budget out the window on the ones we love the most. But you can take more control of your finances by using a Chime checking account with features like no monthly or maintenance fees, fee-free overdraft up to $200, or getting paid up to 2 days early with direct deposit for those who qualify. And let me tell you about Chime's Spot Me feature. Just set up a direct deposit in your Chime account, and after you make a qualifying direct deposit of $200 or more, you can enroll in Spot Me. Chime will spot you up to $200 on debit card purchases and cash withdrawals. And then your next deposit is applied to your negative balance. And Chime never charges overdraft fees for using Spot Me. To date, Chime has helped Spot members over $32 billion in transactions through Spot Me. Friends give friends a boost. So enjoy the holidays while keeping your financial goals on track with Chime. Open your account in about 2 minutes at chime.com/Lala. That's chime.com/Lala. Chime. Feels like progress. Banking services and debit card provided by the Bancorp Bank, N.A. or Stride Bank, N.A. Members FDIC. Spot Me eligibility requirements and overdraft limits apply. Direct deposit timing depends on submission of payment file. Boosts are available to eligible Chime members enrolled in Spot Me and are subject to monthly limits. Fees apply at out-of-network ATMs and for OTC withdrawals. Terms and conditions apply. Go to chime.com/disclosures for details. the flight to Hawaii. Let's get to Hawaii because that's what I really want to talk about. Now that I've purged about the teeth comments, I've been sitting on that for a week. I'm like, I can't wait to get on the pod and vent
Trust
about
me,
these teeth comments.
no one is more excited that you got this off of your chest than us.
'Cause we get to
We've been
listen.
hearing about it since Thanksgiving.
You're welcome. So we get to the airport. How many hours before? 5?
Our flight was supposed to take off at 5:55. We left at 2 and got there at 3.
Before 3.
We got there a
We
little
were
bit
through
before
TSA
3.
by
You're
3.
right. You're right.
But I've never traveled with 2 kids before.
2 car seats.
One being 3 months old. It just seemed like a hard thing to do. So I was glad that we left early. We go into the lounge, we eat, I feed the baby, we get all teed up, get to the gate, and the pilot is late.
Yep. And the
Delayed
first
flight
officer.
coming in. Not the
Yep.
pilot's fault.
From Vegas. I'm like, oh my God. And the woman across from me who lives in Hawaii, she's like, I bet he's drunk. I'm like, don't say that. What do you mean you
Everybody's
think he's
thinking.
drunk? I was tripping. I prayed about 1 million times, and then I thought of Ricky Gervais, where he's an atheist and doesn't believe. And I'm like, am I praying to anybody? Oh my God, up in arms about this. Feeling very chaotic. Anyway, he arrives. We get on the plane. You guys, when I tell you, well, first of all, I was about to pull Elisa Barlow. I did pull Elisa Barlow. We walk through the plane. I look at everyone in first class, laid back in their seats in a lie flat. And I immediately, when we sit down in our seats, because we were in like Comfort Plus or whatever, right? Yeah. And I told my mom, if there's ever a version of lie flat on a flight this long, you must get it. But Lisa's
I'm a
budgeter.
budgeter. We're going Comfort Plus.
yeah, because she's all about. You had plenty of leg room. I'm like, it's not about the leg room. It's about the lying
you
down.
Guys, we were the next, like it was ended first class, and then we were right behind them.
I know.
It doesn't
and
matter.
It
You
sucked,
can't
'cause
lay
we
down.
weren't in the first class.
You can't lay down.
My back was wrenched.
Well, look at your checkbook, and you'll be glad you were in Comfort Plus.
All right, that right there, Lisa. That's where you get the win.
All right, I'm fine with it. We got here, but I did pull Lisa Barlow. I sit down in my seat and I wait for people to pass, and then there's like a lull in people coming on the plane, and I whip my head around and I go, "If you ever put us in again, I'm gonna be pissed."
And
was like,
I will
it's
be
lie
putting-
flat,
and
lie flat.
It
Mom.
was
And I
VPR
will-
Lala on that plane.
I will be putting us in, depending on how much it is.
Well, I felt like Lisa Barlow because she complained about first class, and I just saw a video of her today, and the reporter asked, do you regret freaking out about the first class? She goes, absolutely not. I mean, she compromised my lifestyle.
We ever
Maybe not
looked
that.
at a first class coming from a podunk, like
A
little town?
podunk, she came from Palm Springs.
Well, I know, but I'm
Where you
sa-
love to go.
I love Palm Springs, but I'm saying, have
Please,
you been on
shout
one
out
of
a-
those- Have you
You
been
have
on one of those flights?
Yeah.
There is no first class.
No, there's literally no first class. What, you get
You
a
can
free
call it
cocktail?
first class.
Yeah,
But
you're the
it's not
first.
for
Yeah,
us.
the
It's
first
not.
like 4 seats
I
are. And
would've-
you're like, all right.
No, it's like a little over an hour, not worth it. But I mean, to get to Hawaii, it was what, 4.5? I mean,
5.
let me tell you, I won't even go to New York if I'm not in a lie flat. And it's not because I'm bougie, it's because I get nauseated. So if I'm not laying down and sleeping, I will be sick.
See, that's me.
Yeah. But it's fine. Here's the silver lining. Talk.
No, I could sleep on a board. So for me, I was very comfortable.
This is Lisa.
And
the
I'm sorry
plane.
I called it a podunk flight.
Sosa did not make a peep on that flight. Not one. And Ocean was absolutely fantastic. And I noticed the people next to us, when we got on the plane and sat down, were looking like, oh no.
They were dreading being next to us.
They immediately put their headphones on. Before the TVs could even be turned on, they had headphones ready to go. We get off the plane, and he goes, wow, I am so impressed by your kids. They didn't make a peep. I was like,
Nope.
I know. And then I looked at Sosa, and I was like, remember this, baby, 2 more weeks, and we're going to act this exact same way. Because I had a conversation with her before we got on the flight. I looked at her while she was on the boob, and I said, girl, we're a team here. We're not going to ruin the flight for everybody. It's a long flight. I got your back if you have mine. And she gave me a big smile, and I just knew we were off to the races. It was going to be smooth sailing.
Well, there's no one that hates a baby crying on a plane more than me. So
More than anybody.
Oh, and we went to the restaurant in Hawaii. And remember the lady that had the 2-week, how old was the baby? 6 weeks old?
Yeah.
and they had a witching hour for 2 hours.
2 hours on the plane ride here. The baby cried for 2 hours. I was like, oh my gosh. That would have been Ocean, though. Lisa, what did you learn from the flight?
Rattle my brain.
That you said it. You didn't say it to her, but the flight attendants got on the intercom.
Oh, yes. So we get on the plane, we put our overhead compartment, luggage, whatever, and then she gets on the intercom and says, if it's full above you, close it. It's like, no.
You close it. That's your job.
Like, no.
I understand. Makes it go much quicker. So my whole thing is, it's like, yes, when someone is trying to cut corners, when it's their job, because I look at jobs and think, okay, so like, what does your job entail, right? But I can't, this is where I get very Larry David, where I'm like, I can't get back my time, right? So if it makes everyone board the plane a little bit faster, or no, if it's closed and the whole plane hasn't boarded yet, you want to know where the time is going to be wasted?
People opening to look in it.
Thank
you.
That's the
so
one
I
thing.
think that they should all be opened.
And then the stewardess.
And then as we're
Flight attendant.
Flight
right.
attendants. I loved when they walked down and they just shut every
single one.
And they're so good at it, too.
And they're so good at it. Well, they know how to
It's their
position a
job.
bag. It's like
Yeah.
Tetris.
Yeah.
But I thought that was a very interesting point, because I was
I hate flying, and I don't know if everybody flies a lot, but I get yelled at for how I put my bag every time, because now the planes are different. And every time I tilt it sideways, it doesn't tell me anymore. And they're like, these lie down flat.
Ready to elevate your shopping experience? Then tune in to Amazon Live. For those of you who don't know Amazon Live, it's a shoppable video experience on Amazon where you can learn about the hottest products from influencers and creators like me and shop while you're watching. On my channel, you'll find cruelty-free beauty must-haves, my go-to parenting products, basic wardrobe essentials, and my favorite things for Ocean and Sosa. I've even shared the cutest accessories and jewelry, and I wear a lot of my favorite finds on the show. On Amazon Live, you can ask questions in the live chat and have fun with whoever is streaming. They have really, really fun people, you guys. You can tune in to Kyle Richards and Paige DeSorbo, and of course, me. I actually just finished my new Amazon Live series called Mama Still Got It. It's where we bring a mix of hilarious personal stories, some solid parenting advice, and really fun interactive segments with special guests from my pod like Christina Kelly and Michelle Lally. During Mama Still Got It and my other Amazon Lives, I share a lot about myself as a single mom to my two beautiful girls and my family pod that helps me do it all. My brother Easton often joins me during my lives, Ocean pops in, and of course the star of the show, my mother. We also have a blast just like we do on the Give Them Lala podcast. Amazon Live is the perfect partnership for me, as the Amazon family that I have created has been really, really pulling through for me, especially during motherhood. I've built an incredible community there. Everyone has been so sweet and supportive, and it's an incredibly positive environment. So head to Amazon.com/Lala Live, where you'll find all the episodes of my Amazon Live series, Mama Still Got It. For a limited time, use promo code Lala Live for $5 off an eligible product featured on my series. Promotion expires on December 22nd, 2024. There are limited supply of goods. Terms and conditions apply. For full promotion terms and conditions, go to Amazon.com/Lala Terms. So a friend of
You
mine
don't want to welcome
was...
in the baby?
Oh, hi, Sosa, the babies.
Baby was
Hi.
crying, so now we have a gem with us because that's how it's looking
She's
here in
chilling,
Hawaii.
but she's probably going to get hungry, so just bear with me. But I had a friend of mine who was showing me an Instagram of this really hot guy, and I was like, dude, why have you not thought of this person for me before? And he's like, well, he lives in Hawaii. And I'm like, I'm going to Hawaii. Well, he lives like on the North Shore. And I'm like, we're going to the North Shore. So we arrive at the airport, we go into the lounge, and there he is, just sitting there. Crazy to me how, even though I have a hard time, like, trusting dudes or whatever, like, energy is such a big thing, and I didn't like his energy.
Yeah.
Because Mom was convinced he was going to be my husband.
I really
Just
was.
based off of his Instagram.
Yep.
I was like, oh, no, you sound insane.
Really?
Yes, Mom, when you tell me that he's going to be my husband and all you've seen is an Instagram photo, It reminds me of Tinsley Mortimer and her mom. Remember when they cry over the eggs? They're not even embryos.
Well, when we start
"Those are
trying
my
on
babies.
dresses.
Babies. When we start trying on dresses. I talked about this with you after we concocted, you concocted in your mind that this perfectly shaped man would be my future husband, that it's going to be hard for me to find a partner for this.
Why? Why would it be hard for you to find a partner? You have your mom living with you and your brother. Why would that be hard?
The reason it's going to be hard is not because of the family structure. And look, here's all of my baggage. The best kind, your Louis Vuitton. But I was thinking about it, and I'm like, okay, there's one person that I can think of besides my ex, but one person who I gave a shot to probably when Ocean was 1.5 years, and I remember being at Shutters, and he had like gone ghost, and I was in it. Like, I could not believe that I had let my guard down to that point, and I remember not even being able to enjoy Ocean or where we were because of this stupid freaking guy. And so now I think about dudes, and I'm like, because my mom was like, in 2025, I want you to go out, I want you to start dating, I want you to try and find your person because you deserve that. And I'm like, when my kids are this age, I'm not even going to risk going out and having a dude come in who could potentially make me feel some type of way to where my heart hurts, you've clogged my mind, and now I can't enjoy my babies. So it actually worked out that I looked at this guy who Lisa was planning our wedding. Me going, the vibe is off. I'm like, oh my gosh, my gut is working for me. And people are going to be like, you didn't like him because he liked someone else. But then I look over in the corner and he's like found this girl that he's like getting a little buzzed with. And I'm like, and my gut was right. How does someone find someone at an airport? Is that normal?
I don't know. You'd have to ask him. I've never done it.
I walked over. I was like, guys, he's already cheating on me.
Hitting on a girl at the airport, what are the odds you live in the same place? And long distance?
The best kind. You're never around?
Oh,
Great.
the cheating is so great. I know.
The cheating. All right, so we've arrived in the North Shore, and Easton decides that he wants to get a scooter.
Scoot, scoot.
And I told him 1,000,001 times, I don't like scooters. I don't have a good feeling about this. And then my mom expressed it heavily. What's the thing about scoots?
You guys have a bad feeling about anything.
Yeah.
If I get in the ocean, you're going to have a bad feeling about me getting eaten by a shark.
No, but I really, really had a bad feeling. I really drilled it into you. Did I not?
No, you did, but it wasn't rainy. I was going slow. It was 15 to 20 miles an hour.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's getting dark. It's blah, blah, blah. So you didn't go. But the next day, what happened?
I went. So I get my scoot. I'm having a blast. I'm going into town. It's a two-way.
Well, yeah, traffic coming opposite and traffic going where he was going.
So, in Hawaii, there's a lot of pull-offs to the right where you can go to beaches and all of that. Well, the car in front of me pulled off to the right and started slowing down. So I did the same. He pulled out in front of the lane to parallel park or like back in, and I swung into oncoming traffic to miss him. And there was oncoming traffic, so the next thing I thought was lay it down, because if I didn't, I was going to go over the hood. So I laid it down. I scraped up the whole back. Once the bars hit, it yanked my shoulder out of place. I had to pop it back in by itself. And meanwhile, I'm asking everyone else if they're okay.
Yeah, that's classic Easton, though. It's like he just got wrecked on this scooter.
It's called Beachfront?
Beach House.
Beach House.
It's a very, very cute outdoor restaurant. And Easton said most of the patio flew out to the street to make sure he was okay.
Yeah.
Which I really appreciate.
No, it was great, and then I was just in shock, so I wasn't just standing around. I got the scooter up, made sure everything was okay, and then I just started it. And I go, all right, I just left.
But at some point, you went into shock, and you stopped off at that beach.
Yeah, I went into shock while I was driving, and I knew I was in shock when I couldn't feel the wind on me while driving. I laid down on just
the grass.
Yeah,
just to catch your breath.
Just to catch my breath. So then after that, I came home. Lauren, she goes, She yelled my name twice, I guess, and then the third time screamed it, and I said, what? And
Well, because I heard the door
her.
open, and I was like, oh my gosh, someone is here to murder us, because he wasn't answering. And then when I came out, you looked shook up. Your eyes were just like that.
Yeah, I was
Like this.
yeah. Well, I was just thinking like of the best scenario happened of laying it down. It was either hitting somebody oncoming and going into their windshield, or going over the guy's hood and then scraping more. So I picked the best of it.
It's like when you fall off the horse, you got to get right back
Yeah,
on.
so I'm gonna get right back
But you
on.
got some major road rash.
Feels great.
Yeah, no, but Easton had even though that was a rough day, 2 days later, apparently he lost his, tell them.
So I crashed so hard I lost my earphone. My
Your AirPod. Yeah.
So I lost my AirPod. So I was driving back and I was like, I am just going to see it. So I drive, I see the AirPod on the ground. It has weathered rain. So I grab it. I'm scootering, just holding my AirPod, airing it out. And as I'm doing that, I put it down. And as I put it down, silver earring, and it goes in my dreadlock.
And it has diamonds in it.
It's a diamond
whose
earring.
was it?
It's yours. That's
Yeah.
why. And I found that. Oh my gosh, I could have another day. Just thinking about it.
You guys, he was so excited that I looked at him and I was like,
She goes, "Are you drinking?" I was
have
like,
you been
"No."
drinking?
But no, I can't tell you because I lost the one earring, don't know where it went, and I loved this one just because it was Mom's and it's sentimental to me now. So
Yeah.
that
But
one
what are
earring,
the chances of you finding
That's-
both things?
None.
What are the
They're
chances?
very
nothing.
small.
And they're both
Slim to
yours.
none.
Wow.
Because I bought you the AirPods that you gave me back because you don't
Yep.
use them. Found your AirPod, found your earring.
Give Them Lala is sponsored by Aura Frames. Okay, so most of you know my mom, Lisa. She's been on the pod a bunch and we talk about her all the time. So it shouldn't be a surprise to you to find out that she's not the most tech savvy, and you already know that I'm not either. That's why Aura's digital frame is the perfect gift for me and her. And that's because it's so easy to use. It takes like 2 minutes to set up when you use the Aura app, and then you can upload photos right from your phone in just one click. Yes, you can actually send the pictures to the frame from your phone. And the Aura frame will even pair photos together. So I can put pictures of Ocean and Sosa side by side on the frame. My mom is going to think I'm a tech genius when she opens that Aura frame. There's no memory cards or USBs required. So save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off Aura's best-selling Carver matte frames by using promo code LALA at checkout. That's AURA frames.com, promo code LALA. This deal is exclusive to listeners, so get yours now in time for the holidays. Terms and conditions apply.
Lisa, her driving here. So we
It's
have a minivan, you
non-existent.
guys. We have a minivan, and I'm actually so the day has come where I have to give up the Range Rover. And I have to give up the Range Rover because it is a nightmare with two children.
Well, you don't
and-
even have a third row.
And then the middle seat is absolutely teeny tiny. And I just felt like it was time to get a mom car.
Well, we were sick of taking 2 cars to dinner as a family.
Well, we would take 2, and
had
then if
to.
we had guests come into town, we were taking 3. We were mobbing deep. All right, such a waste of gas and
stupid.
energy. And so I've been looking at mom cars,
Tell them what.
and I purchased one. I got, what did I get?
A Denali. A
A
Denali.
Denali.
A terrifying Denali for me. I can't even
No, the
maneuver
thing is
the Range Rover.
freaking massive.
No, I am not excited to whip this tank.
I'm gonna wait until all of Los Angeles is
It's
quiet,
closed, yeah.
and then I'm gonna go
No,
out
I'm running
and
my
try to
errands
drive
from
it.
6 a.m. to 8 a.m. and then from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Yes. So I'm very excited for the Denali. It's got like the captain's chairs. It's got the TVs in the headrest. It's got Wi-Fi in it. It's going to be great. 3rd row, which is game changer. But we get to Hawaii, and I decide that we're going to get a minivan because it's just, that seems easy. And I am obsessed with this freaking minivan.
Shout out Chrysler.
Pacifica?
A Pacifica. I'm not kidding you. Once you're in the van, you forget you're in it.
No, it's...
And it is spacious.
Well, and we can park wherever because I don't have to worry about the door
dings.
swinging.
And the other great thing is, oh, this is such a dad thing. I can shut the doors by 2 buttons. Easton, can you shut the door? Better believe it.
By the way, though, you're going to be a phenomenal dad.
Well,
because
Phenomenal.
So I'm living for the Chrysler Pacifica, and I tell Mom, I'm like, rent the minivan in Hawaii, because last year she booked too small of a car, and we all packed like we were going to Paris Fashion Week.
Got us a Malibu the first. That was the first car. We had to upgrade from that the first time.
Right.
Mom got a sedan.
Yes. I don't know what she was thinking. But this year, we've got the 2 kids, and we also, like, I packed in a backpack, and I'm so proud of myself. I brought the least amount of luggage out of everybody.
No, you really did.
Yeah.
You did. I think I'm on your train. The only reason why I had an extra bag was because of all the material I had to...
Oh, the podcast equipment?
Yeah.
Well, you next year only need to pack what you're wearing,
I'm
because
not
you've
kidding
literally been wearing it well, same with me.
Yeah, I'm bringing this, and then I'll buy another one when I get here, and then I'm 3 swimsuits. That's it.
Yeah. So Lisa calls to get, I think it was insurance or something on the minivan. And the woman's like, well, we don't cover vans. And my mom's like, what do you mean you don't cover vans? And they're like, we don't cover things that have, what was it, like 3...
Dual wheels.
Anything for moving.
Yeah.
And my...
Mom goes, can we get a van? And that's when she goes, we don't cover anything. And she goes, well, like a minivan.
But she thought she said a moving
and the girl
van.
goes, well, we don't really insure moving vans. She thought we were just flying to Hawaii to just rent a moving van. Could you imagine Lisa?
Driving a moving van? No, I can't.
She backed into her own car. She really isn't great at that.
You should have seen her, you guys, driving the minivan. It jars, okay? It jars you to a stop.
I miss this.
The one time that our tiny little street that we stay on has any people.
FYI, I'm not driving and I'm not in the car. This is why it's happening.
No, and I'm hangry as fuck. So I'm like thrilled that she's driving, because this would have pissed me off rather than made me laugh hysterically. So tons of people on the street today. Surfboards, people pushing their children, and they're waiting for her to back up. And there's not a lot of room between the driveway and like the end of the street, right? And then it's just like trees and plants. She backs up, jars us forward, pulls back in, does it again, jars us forward. Every single person is laughing hysterically, okay? And it didn't end there, because she did it 3 more times. There's a total of 5 pull-ins, pull-outs, and jars.
She knows there's a steering wheel you can turn, right? Lisa, we're missing you out here.
Damn it. I always try to plan the pod around Sosa's nap time, but she's still a little off schedule with the time change.
Yeah.
And like, I just think the podcast does better when I'm on it. Otherwise, I would have left the 2 of you to do it. Who knows? Maybe people would disagree.
People are here for you.
People would say, we want Lisa instead.
If they do. Wow, that might be a poll.
No, this has been the funnest. Let me tell you something about our trips to Hawaii. The thing that's great about it, and we've talked about this as a family before, we are chillers. We are not the type of people to sit there and be like, Sunday, we're going out on a boat. Did I say Sunday already?
You said Sunday, but we can have 2 Sundays.
We're going out on a Sunday. We're gonna go scuba diving. I start at Saturday. Monday, we're gonna do Sharks Cove. Like, we're just not planners.
No.
We wake up and we see how we feel.
I may plan that on Monday. If it's Friday, I may plan something on Monday that sounds so great that I would do on Friday. But when Monday rolls around, I don't want to do that anymore. So I don't make plans.
Yeah, we're just not planners. Next year, I'm going I could try to do a month. I want to do at least 3 weeks next year. Yes. And the reason for that is it flies by, and there's so many days that there are times where we just wake up, we chill around this house, and then we go out and just lay on the beach. And there's so many little funny moments that happen, like Ocean finding a gecko for the first time, or Lisa sitting on this couch and Ocean puts her hand on her leg and says, your leg feels like a cactus. So sharp. So Nick and Joe are here again. We were hanging out with them last year, and Nick bought Ocean and Sosa these pink sweat outfits that say Spice Girls on it. So Ocean didn't know who the Spice Girls were. I show her Spice Girls. She's now obsessed. I'm going to post a video of her doing the Stop Right Now.
Yeah.
It is absolutely adorable. the fact that my child now knows who the Spice Girls are, she knows about TLC, she will watch No Scrubs on YouTube and say to Easton, "That's Left Eye," and she died.
Left Eye died.
And she
it's
goes, so sad. She was so cool.
Her Left Eye.
I know.
She
And
died.
the other day she was sitting here and we were watching, because that's her favorite song right now is No Scrubs. She goes, Chili pops on the screen and she goes, "Mom, I don't look like her." And I was like, I didn't think that it would be so young that my child would know that Gigi's not supposed to have prickly legs, that Ocean is looking at girls and wanting to like look like them.
Imitate, yeah.
Yep, she watches the Spice Girls and she knows exactly which one she wants to be. She does the whole dance. It's crazy how fast time goes. And I think that's another reason why I'm like 2 weeks is not long enough. Like we need to extend to create more memories. I don't think a scooter is necessary.
Next year I might get the, it's got 2 wheels on the front and 1 on the back, but it's a car. So tits.
Wait, 2 wheels on front and 1 in the back? Do you mean opposite?
No, if you had 1 wheel on the front, you'd just tip over.
Oh, you would?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like a 3-wheeler. Yeah. It's
I
a
don't know.
3-wheeler. That's why they're
it's
so
like a
dangerous,
tricycle.
But it's opposite. No, it's
That doesn't
the
make
opposite.
any
It's called a
sense. I think
spider.
that's
Look it
wrong.
up. 2 in the front, 1 in the back. They don't have a roof on it. They're very sporty. You'll see them in Puerto Rico. They're usually in like these areas, tropical.
Yeah,
where you
tropical.
drive. But it has 2 front wheels.
Okay. Well, I think now that you've like learned your lesson on how to drive, and that most people on this island are in minivans.
But
They're
you're not
tourists.
gonna like my new answer though, because I wouldn't get a scooter again.
All right.
I would get.
I'm having all the
bike.
anxiety in the world.
Because my scooter only goes 40 and I need to go around 50.
You want to know what else this trip has brought, which I've never done before, is so Ocean is a nightmare when she doesn't have a nap, which I think a lot of parents can relate to. It's like, the days where your child got enough sleep. And Ocean naps at school, and she's like a different child on those days. It's really hard for me to get her down for naps. So on this day, she was not kind, and she had been screaming, "I hate you," and she had been screaming to go away, and I had to put my foot down at some point. It's the first time that I've really actually stuck to my guns, and she wanted an icy
cream
with the rest of us.
But like we talked about, there has to be the visual as well.
Well,
for the
I gave her the
discipline.
visual. We all got ices, and of course we shared with her. But she was like sitting at the menu and she was so excited. But I had told her, "Oh my God, don't do that. I'm going to cry."
No.
I felt so
But that's
horrible.
because you're a great mom. And guess what? Being a great mom comes with discipline. And it sucks that you had to do that. But you either create this monster that you give everything to, have to be a mother and tell your child no. That's the hardest thing about being a mother, is saying no to your child. It really is. So what you had to do, a lot of moms have to do. There are so many moms that I now know that will discipline their child, go into their room and bawl because they did not want to.
Yeah.
So
No,
that
it
is
was
every mom, and that's the thing. You have to do it with your child. If you don't, we're gonna have just a whole bunch of undisciplined children, and it's going to be a nightmare. So you have to discipline, and as bad as it is, you did very well. You disciplined her. You let her know why she wasn't getting ice cream. While we were eating, you let her know why. And then she was acting well, and then she deserved some bites. So then she got some, so she's good.
She's been
You've taught her
very
a
good.
lesson.
And I told her, I said, "You have to take a nap today." And she's had one the past 2 days. And she says, "I don't want to." And I say, "Ocean, when you don't get a nap, you're not very kind. So I want you to go lay in our bed and just have quiet time at least." And then she knocks out. She wakes up and tells me, "Mom, I had a nap today. That's why I'm going to be so kind."
See?
So she does know, but I think it's that piled on with the post about the teeth, and people like people wrote about me as like a parent, and like the message that I send. And here's the thing, people can say or write about whatever they want when it comes to like me as a person. You start commenting or putting judgment on someone else's
No, it's like
parenting,
the same.
it's
yeah.
like very disorienting. And then people talking about because I refer to Sosa as my dream baby. And people even taking that as far as to say in the comments section that like, how would you feel being Ocean and saying things like that? And I'm like,
yeah, but
why is everyone making a thing out of nothing? Like, Ocean is such my golden child.
There it is. I was going to say, you can't just call them both your golden children. One is the golden child. One is your dream baby. They're both, you want both.
She's my golden child because of, number one, what we experienced, but she's like the kid who made me a mom. She's so freaking spicy and so freaking sweet all at the same time. Like,
I'm going to interrupt you because I
What?
feel like a lot of people don't see it because it's not on film, but I see it, and I know Gigi does. When you see Ocean, yes, when you see Sosa, you have a light in your eye.
Yeah.
But there is times where I see you look at Ocean, and there's no other light that I've seen you, like, that bright. Like, and you can tell. But Ocean is very special to you. And I don't know what people see or think, but I witness waking up in the morning with everyone, and I see her walking out, and I see you, the way you look, and you never look like that in any other situation.
Thank you,
And I
T.
know that is because of your golden child.
yeah. And I feel like Sosa's the dream baby because she wasn't the product of just like two people falling in love and procreating or a one night stand. It was like she was the dream baby because I thought so hard on her and thought, how am I going to make this happen? I really want a baby on my own, but how do I how do I do it? And
You
then
did it without a man. It's
right.
a dream.
So when she arrived and she's healthy and happy and this structure that I've created, it's like, wow, like I had dreams about this moment of expanding my family by myself, and we did it. So I don't know how we got taken. Oh, we got taken on that term because I had to discipline Ocean.
An amazing parent, and to every other mom out there that feels the same, you're all doing well. There's no manual. Every kid comes different. You just swing the bat, and then hopefully you make some contact, and you do well in this little game called life.
No, I know. And it's like important because it's like the other day or yesterday we went to Sharks Cove, and there's so many things that I want Ocean to experience because I'm like, I want her to have the best time. I want her to talk about this forever. And honestly, it's the tiniest of things. Her going into the water and like looking at the fish, the biggest thing she remembered was getting out of the water and a crab, a tiny little black crab, like ran across the rock. It's the tiniest things. So much pressure on ourselves as parents in general. And like, I hope she's going to remember coming to Hawaii when she gets older. She is starting to have memories.
Yeah. I think back on a lot of things that mom and dad used to talk to us about, like trips when we were young. I don't remember any of those extravagant trips. I remember like bits and pieces of like being nowhere just with family. And I'm like, I remember that. That was great. It's like we put pressure, like you said, to do these extravagant things for hope that your kid remembers it. And it's like just you being a family, there's going to be moments that your kid is going to remember. And that's all you got to do is just be a family and do the things around. Your kids are going to get amazing experiences being with family.
Yeah.
You don't have to do jet skiing. You don't have to go crazy. Go lay on a beach with some pineapple and hang. Because that's the other thing. I remember more of like the beach with dad just sipping his vodka lemonades, eating a cheese dog. But like we would go to Disneyland. Think of that.
I don't remember ever going to Disneyland.
Exactly. Do you want to know the one thing? The Russin, that car ride. That is the only thing. I don't remember Disneyland. I remember almost getting there. That's it. But that's the experience. Don't put just live life. Your kids are going to get experiences just through family.
I agree with that. That was so beautifully said, Easton.
Yeah. So just don't put pressure. I hate when families put pressure. You're doing it for the wrong reasons.
Well, that's, I think, what's so annoying is I feel like in my life, there's so many things that I look at and I go, damn it, I wish I would have done that differently. I wish I were better at this. And then when I think about myself as a mom, of course there are moments where I'm like, ugh, I was too hard on Ocean today. Or I could have held Sosa more. I feel like I didn't hold her enough today. Like there are moments, but I feel like when I look at the overall picture of like being a parent, I'm like, it's the one place that I can confidently say, like, I'm doing pretty well.
No, do your kids go to sleep and with teeth brushed and Love, yes. Do they wake up and have breakfast? You're doing fucking great.
Ocean's big thing right now, you guys, is to tell everyone that her mom doesn't feed her. You get an F because you did not feed me today. And I'm like, no, Ocean.
You just didn't eat.
You just chose to, I did feed you. You're only thinking about when you came out of your room for the 17th time at 11 o'clock and wanted a marshmallow. And I told you no. You're not remembering the full dinner that I gave you at a decent hour. And I've now been trying to put you to bed for the past 4 hours. And all she can remember here she comes.
Oh, here comes Brickfoot. Boom, bada, boom.
Ocean, I was just talking about you and the Spice Girls.
Who's your favorite?
Matilda.
What? I don't think she knows the names yet. She can only point them out. We'll learn that later. Who's your favorite of TLC? Do you have a favorite of TLC? Wow, we hit a lot of areas, but this trip to Hawaii, again, is one of the most amazing. Again, we're going to extend our trip next year, and it took, as much as I love doing the pod, it did take a lot for me to get on this mic right now because all I want to do is go jump in that water.
Same, but I do love doing it here because I feel like everybody gets to come on vacation with us.
What did you see yesterday, my love? Come tell everybody.
I saw 3 sea turtles.
3 sea turtles? Oh my gosh. And what are
2, 3.
and what are you going to do today?
See summer moon.
That's exactly right. We're going to go see Summer Moon today. You guys, you're welcome. I love you so much. Thank you so much for watching another episode of the Give Them Lala podcast. Remember, like, comment, and subscribe. Did I get all 3? I'm getting really good at that.